Hi, how are you doing? I'm super excited because I'm in Milan, Italy at the moment, and I've come with my team to a trade fair called Salone del Mobile, which is the who is who of the world of furniture, high-end, mid-range furniture, and it's been the most immersive, exciting experience. I have been looking at the trends, I've been looking at innovation, feeling textures and fabrics, and just seeing what's happening in the world of interiors. But you see, this actually took me back to the first time I attended a trade fair. Not just the first time, actually, probably up to the sixth time when I first started my business, and I would travel to Europe. I used to go to Cologne, Germany quite often, and in the early days, I could not afford to stay in a hotel. So I'd buy the cheapest ticket, which was would fly out of London Stansted Airport. It was a day return, make sure I had to come back the same day, and to give myself enough time to be to see all of the goodies at the fair. It meant I needed to be there as the doors were opening because I knew I had to come back home the same day. And so that meant leaving my house at 2 a.m. in the morning to head to Stansted Airport. Getting to Stansted Airport was a feat in itself. I couldn't afford to have pay £80 or however much it cost for a cab to take me there. Certainly could not afford to drive my car all the way there and also pay for parking. And so what I would do is take the night bus to Liverpool Street. And I remember just getting on the night bus and seeing people come on as early as 3 a.m. in the morning on their way to their jobs in the city, mostly cleaning jobs. And, it was just such an experience. And then I'd get to Germany and head to the fair. And, the whole time it was really more about trying to convince suppliers to supply to me, because I didn't have the capital that many of them were looking for. I didn't have what they were after, which was you must buy X amount of stock for you to sell our products. So I'm there seeking suppliers and manufacturers. And my mindset at the time was, how do I convince them to sell to me because I'm not deserving? And I'm so thankful for my growth over the years, both my mindset growth and my business growth, because the way I approach things have changed completely. But back to my story of being at the trade fair, could not afford to do any of that. And then I'd hop on the train in Cologne, rush back to the airport and go back home extremely exhausted. Now I contrast that to this trip, which is completely different. I'm in the beautiful city of Milan. I am here with 3 members of my team, and we're not doing a one-day trip. We're actually here for 2 nights. We have time to see the city. We are being selective about the people that we want to work with. We're not here to beg anyone to let us sell their products. We're actually here to just see, and the tables feel like it's flipped a little bit. Now, if you're in business and you've started, you'll understand how you have a very clear picture of success and how your starting point, or even sometimes your midpoint, looks absolutely nothing like where you're headed, right? And so when that's the case, it's very easy to want to throw in the towel because your journey and your hard work and your sweat does not look like it's ever going to materialize into what you have imagined. But I want to say to you to hold on, to be resilient, allow the resilience muscle to build itself up, and be patient and just keep on going and be consistent, and even dream small dreams. I've done a video in the past about dreaming small dreams, and that's instead of everyone goes on, dream big, dream big is what they all say, right? But sometimes you can't dream big because you're tired of dreaming these big dreams that are not coming to fruition. But how about you dream a small dream that just takes you to the next step? So for example, if you can't even afford to go for a trade fair outside of your locality, your small dream can be, next year I'm going to go for the trade fair. And then if you can afford to go for the trade fair and you can't afford to invest the amount of money they're asking for, your small dream can be, next year I'll be able to get a supplier and I'll be able to afford it. And just keep on dreaming into incremental dreams. So the whole idea is that you'll keep the vision in front of you, and you don't allow it to get off sight. And so I stand really thankful for the evolution in my business and in my life. And also I want to say that I don't think I've noticed it. It's not something that I've seen. If you had said to me last year or maybe the year before, how much have you grown? I would have said not much at all, because it doesn't feel like growth. And I can still see that my goals are so far ahead of me, and my dreams are huge, but they're far in the distance still. But it's moments like this when I have an opportunity to look back and compare the beginning from where I stand today, and I realize that, hold on a second, we actually have grown. And just because there's a lot of stress in the process, just because there is a lot of concern and worrying and fear and doubt, does not mean you're not growing. So I really hope this has helped you, and I'm going to share some pictures now about with some of the amazing design that we have seen. It's really inspiring. And if you want to know more about how to dream small or how to be resilient, then why don't you binge watch some of my old videos, or you can even head to my podcast, Living Inside Out, which is on every major podcast platform. And I hope you get inspired. Thank you for watching, and don't forget to like, share and subscribe.